Hello friends, today we'll start physics of molecules which includes introduction to bonding mechanism, force between atoms, types of bonding, rotational energy levels of a diatomic molecule, vibrational energy levels of a diatomic molecule. First we will discuss introduction. In the first chapter, we have studied the structure and properties of isolated atoms. Individual atoms are rare on the earth and in the lower part of the atmosphere. In this chapter, we will study several types of bonds as well as molecular spectra of a diatomic molecule. First is forces between atoms. The force between atoms can be two types: force of attraction and force of repulsion. The potential energy or stored internal energy of material is the sum of individual energies of the atoms plus their interactions energy when atoms are all in their ground state and far away from each other so that they do not interact with each other. To form a molecule, the potential energy is zero, since this is inversely proportional to some power of distance of separation. The potential energy of attraction between two atoms is V attraction is equal to minus alpha upon R raised to m. The potential energy of repulsion between two atoms is V repulsion is equal to beta upon R raised to n. The total potential energy of is the sum of both terms. V is equal to V attraction plus V repulsion. Put this value here. V is equal to minus alpha upon R raised to m plus beta upon R raised to n. Equation number first, where alpha is the proportionality constant of attraction and beta is the proportionality constant of repulsion. A typical curve, this curve, a typical curve for the potential energy, binding energy representing the interaction between two atoms. This is a repulsive force and this is attractive force. The resultant potential energy curve has a minimum at some distance r is equal to r0. So for r is greater than r0, the potential increases gradually approaching 0 as r tends to infinity, while for r is less than r0, the potential increases very rapidly, so tending to infinity as r tends to 0. Since the system of atoms tends to have the lowest possible energy, it is most stable at r is equal to r0, which is the equilibrium interatomic distance. The interatomic force is determined by the gradient of the potential energy, so that the F is equal to minus delta V by delta R. Equation number 2. If we apply this to the curve, this figure, we see that the F of R is greater than 0 for if R is greater than R0. We see that the F of R is less than 0 for R is greater than R0. This means that for large separation, the force is attractive, tending to pull the atoms together. On the other hand, F of R is greater than 0 for R is less than R0. That is, the force becomes repulsive at small separations of the atoms and tends to push the atoms apart. The repulsive and attractive forces cancel each other exactly at the point R0, which is the point of equilibrium. At R is equal to R0, F of R0, therefore, minus m alpha upon R0 raised to m plus 1 plus n beta upon R0, n plus 1 is equal to 0. This is here minus sign. This gives R0 raised to m minus n is equal to n beta upon m alpha. The attractive interatomic forces reflect the presence of bonds between atoms in solids, which are responsible for the stability of the crystal. There are several types of bonding depending on the physical origin and nature of the bonding involved. The four main types are van der Waals bonding, ionic bonding, covalent bonding, and metallic bonding. Then types of bonding. The formation of compound involves the combination of two or more atoms under specific set of conditions. When two atoms combine together, they try to acquire stable electronic configuration by giving or taking or sharing electrons and thus establish some sort of binding force or chemical bonding between them. First is ionic bonds. Ionic bonds. An ionic bond is a type of chemical bond formed through an electrostatic attraction between a positive ion and a negative ion. Positive ion and negative ion. One or more electrons from one atom may transfer to the other hand. The resulting positive and negative ions attract each other. Common table salt is sodium chloride, which is a very good example of this type of bonding. First is sodium gives its one weakly held electron to chloride. Then the sodium and the chloride ions both have stable outer shells that are filled with electrons. And then the sodium chloride molecules, the Na plus and Cl minus ions are attract towards each other because of opposite charges. This is the formation of NaCl molecule. Characteristics of ionic bond. Ionic bond is fairly strong as known from the amount of work required to dissociate an ionic solid into its components. The magnitude of cohesive energy is about 5 to 10 electron volt. Ionic crystals are quite soluble in ionizing solvents such as water, the solutions being highly dissociate with free ions. On account of such a strong binding, the ionic crystals are hard and have relatively high melting and boiling points. The larger the difference in electronegativity between the two atoms involved in the bond, the more ionic or polar the bond is. Covalent bonds. A covalent bond is formed between the two atoms by sharing of pair of electrons between atoms. In this type of bonding, the valence electrons are shared equally between neighboring atoms rather than being transferred from one atom to another. As in the case of ionic bond, two atoms that are covalently bonded will contribute at least one electron to the bond, and shared electrons may be considered to belong to both the atoms. For many molecules, the sharing of electrons allows each atom to attain the equivalent of a full outer shell corresponding to a stable electronic configuration. Two separate atoms at large distance, and this is H2 molecule, covalent bond in hydrogen H2 molecule. The simplest covalent bond is formed in hydrogen molecule. In the molecule H2, the hydrogen atoms share the two electrons via covalent bonding. As the two separate hydrogen atoms come together, the electron wave functions are disturbed and become more concentrated in the region between the two protons. This figure. Both the electrons are close to both nuclei and spend much of the time between the nuclei. Electron from hydrogen, this is electron from hydrogen, and this is electron from carbon. Covalent bonding in methane CH4. Here, CH4 molecule. Other examples of covalent bonding are in Si and G semiconductors. The Si and G are tetravalent and they complete its outer shell. They form four covalent bonds with neighboring atoms of Si and Gi respectively. Here, silicon atoms with 4 electrons in outer shell 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, covalent bonds form with neighboring 4 atoms. Covalent bonding includes many kinds of interactions including sigma bonding, pi bonding, metal to metal bonding. Okay, and 3 centers, 2 electron bonds. The term covalent bonds dates from 1939. Okay. Here crystal structure of Si semiconductor, covalent bonding in silicon and germanium semiconductors. Physical properties of covalent compounds, polar and nonpolar. The covalent bonds have strongly directional properties. The bond orientations depends upon the orientations of overlapping charge density. Covalent compounds are mostly gases and liquids. Gases and liquids. Few solids are held together exclusively by covalent bonds. They have the large cohesive energy, making the crystals hard, brittle, and high melting and boiling point. For example, carbon in the diamond structure is the hardest substance, having melting point of 3280 Kelvin. It may be noted that the melting point and boiling points of covalent compounds are usually low as compared to that of ionic compounds. Solubility of covalent compound in water varies from compound to compound, but it is usually low as compared to ionic crystals. Polarity of covalent bonds. Covalent bonds are affected by the electronegativity of the connected atoms. Two atoms with equal electronegativity will make a nonpolar covalent bonds such as HH, ClCl and FF. Since the difference of electronegativity is zero, therefore both atoms attract electron pair equally and no charge appears on any atom. An unequal relationship creates a polar covalent bond such as in the case of HCl. Second is subdivision of covalent bonds. There are 3 types of covalent substance: individual molecules, molecular structure and macromolecular structure. Individual molecules have strong bonds that hold the atoms together, but there are negligible forces of attraction between molecules. Such a covalent substances are gases, example HCl, SO2, CO2 and CH4. In molecular structure, there are weak forces of attraction between molecules. Such a covalent substances are low boiling point liquids such as ethanol and low melting point solid such as iodine and solid CO2. Macromolecular structures have large numbers of atoms linked in chains or sheets such as graphite, shown this figure, graphite here, or in the 3-dimensional structure such as diamond and quartz. These substances have high melting and high boiling point, are frequently brittle and tend to have high electrical resistivity. Elements that have high electronegativity and the ability to form 3 or 4 electron pair bonds often form such a large macromolecular structure. Consider the formation of water molecules, shown this figure here. This hydrogen and here oxygen. Electron negatively charged and atomic nucleus is positively charged. Water H2O is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms covalently compound to an oxygen atom. While this bonding involves the sharing of electrons, they are not shared equally. The oxygen atom having more protons attract the electrons more strongly. That is, the oxygen has a higher electronegativity. Thus, the oxygen atom becomes slightly negative and the hydrogen atoms become slightly positive. Shown this figure here. Polarization of water, H2O molecule, having resultant dipole moment. There are three types of covalent bond depending upon the number of shared electron pairs. First is single covalent bond. A covalent bond formed by the mutual sharing of one electron pair between two atoms is called a single covalent bond. Here this example HCl. Second is double covalent bond. A covalent bond formed between two atoms by the mutual sharing of two electron pairs is called a double covalent bond. This is the example of double covalent bond. Then triple covalent bond. A covalent bond formed by the mutual sharing of three electron pairs is called a triple covalent bond. Then van der Waals bonds. Ionic and covalent bonds are called strong bonds. These bonds have typical bond energies between 1 to 5 electron holes. There are also two types of weaker bonds. All atoms, molecules, even inert gas atoms such as those the helium and argon exhibit weak short-range attraction for one another due to van der Waals forces. These interactions are called the van der Waals bonds. These bonds are due to interactions between electric dipoles of atoms or molecules. The bond energies are 0.1 electron volt or less. Let us consider a polar molecule which has a permanent electric dipole moment. These molecules interact with other molecules having electric dipole moment. These interactions is attractive and called dipole-dipole interactions. Shown this figure here. Different possible interactions between polar molecules. A polar molecules can also attract non-polar molecules having no dipole moment. In this case, the electric field of polar molecule causes the separation of charges in other molecules, causing induced dipole moment along the direction as that of polar molecule as shown in figure. Here, polar molecule induces dipole moment in non-polar molecule and attract it. The result is an attractive force. Van der Waals force here, different force or here polar molecules induce dipole moment is non-polar molecules and attract it. Then the potential energy that arises due to dipole-dipole interactions is negative, signifying that the force between them is attractive. It is observed that the dipole-dipole interactions energy between two molecules is proportional to 1 upon r raised to 6 and the force is proportional to 1 upon r raised to 7 where r is the separation between two molecules. This shows that this force is short range and acting force neighboring molecules only. The van der Waals bonds in PBC, polyvinyl chloride, shown this figure here. Then hydrogen bond. Because neutral hydrogen atom has only one electron, it should form covalent bond with only one another atom. It is observed that under certain conditions, the hydrogen atom is attracted by rather strong forces of two atoms forming bond between them. This bond is called hydrogen bond. The bond energy in this case is of the order of 0.1 electron volt. The hydrogen atom is formed when a proton H plus ion gets between two atoms, polarizing them and attracting them by means the induced dipoles. For example, the hydrogen difluoride ion. Here, hydrogen bond in hydrogen difluoride HF2. Shown this figure here. The hydrogen bond is formed due to attractive dipole-dipole interaction between the electronegative atom and hydrogen atom bonded to another electronegative atom. This bond always involves a hydrogen atom. This hydrogen bond attraction can occur between molecules or within different parts of a single molecule. Then the most and simplest example of hydrogen bonding is in water, where every water molecule is bonded to 4 adjacent water molecules through hydrogen bonding, shown this figure here, second figure. The oxygen atom in each water molecule has 2 lone electrons to offer, which are promptly bonded with by hydrogen atoms in other water molecules, shown this figure. Furthermore, the 2 hydrogen atoms attached to every oxygen form hydrogen bonds to the oxygen molecules in adjacent water molecules, shown this figure here. This intermolecular hydrogen bonding is responsible for the relativity high boiling point of water. Water has an extremely high boiling point relative to materials consisting of molecules of similar size. Okay. Then metallic bonds. Metallic bonds are formed by sharing of valence electrons of all the atoms of a metal. The atoms in the are held together by this bond. In metals, the valence electrons of the constituent atoms are free to move about throughout the crystals. The valence electrons move randomly in different directions and are called free electrons. Except free electrons, all other electrons are tightly bound to the nuclei. Thus, we can picture a metal crystal as a frame of positive ions plus a free electron cloud, shown this figure here. The metallic bonding depends upon 3 types of forces. First is the force of attraction between positive ions and free electrons. Second is the force of mutual repulsion of positive ions. And third is the force of repulsion of free electrons. Important properties of metal crystals. Metallic bonds are weaker than the ionic bonds and covalent bonds. The metallic crystals are opaque and strongly reflecting due to presence of free electrons. Due to large number of available free electrons, they are good conductors of electricity. Since the free electrons are related as the carriers of heat, metals are good conductors of heat. Metallic solids are soft, ductile and malleable. Thank you.